Hello. Bear with us as we fiddle a little bit. This is not our normal setup. Are we better? Are we more centered?
Actually, what if we turn
that one off?
That one off.
Okay.
Seems a little bright.
That one.
There. Ooh, look at that.
Is that better?
Look at that.
Is that better? Is that better? Okay. All right, I'm gonna try to hop on here so we can see comments.
We're Jimmy rigging our live stream.
It's been horrible.
It's bad.
It's been.
Oh yeah.
Gotta turn down my. We're gonna get the feedback loop.
Oh my. All right. So I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we are Diary of a Family, and we are intentionally living life.
Yes, we are.
Let's cue the intro.
Oh, that was pretty cheesy.
All right. There we go.
That was pretty cheesy.
Sometimes you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might look nasty, but hey, it's gotta get done, right?
So our connection, our speeds have been just totally screwed.
Yeah. It's been since the windstorm. We've had issues, I think.
It was earlier than that. It was like in December, but football season on the days that we were going live.
Seems like other days it would work just fine, and then.
But even just uploading regular videos, it's been really sucky since the windstorm.
Yep. Yeah. And so, I mean, I did some speed tests for all you nerdy geeks out there, and my the hotspot we had was getting 16 megabytes upload and 0.25 download. So we were basically trying to be able to do our network stuff on half of this, and even then trying to figure out the speed, that it was just all over the place. And if you've watched some of our live streams recently where we try to go live, it has just been
it hasn't been happy.
It's just 90% of our frames have been dropped, and it is beyond frustrating. So Matt from our Teen Summers is trying to help me out, and trying to figure this out. I think it's some issue with a tower in the area. I think it's that there could have been some damage recently during one of the storms that could have caused something.
So enough of the tech stuff, because that's not why we talk.
No.
What we talk about live. Let's just tell you a little bit about ourselves.
Yep.
We're a family of 5. Our kids are 7, 5, and 2. Something like that. We have 2 in the household in, school age and losing teeth and all kined of things. But so we're busy parents, but we've also decided
losing money like crazy with all them teeth falling out.
Oh yes, the tooth fairy. We have decided to leave the normal scene of a house and a mortgage and a job in one location, and kind of hit the road to experience life on the road, school on the road, work on the road. So we sold our house in September and had moved previously into our brand new 5th wheel in August. Hit the road September 1st.
We were mooch stalking on our own property for a month.
Why not? We still owned it.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
And so, we have been stationary in Washington. Hi, Mike. Yo.
Is it warmer where you're at, Mike?
I hope so.
It's not warm here still.
It's not. It's like 30s and 40s here.
Yep. The warm days are 40s.
So. I want to flee. I want to flee the cold weather.
Well, when are we leaving?
Right, because we've been stationary.
Yep.
In Washington.
Mesa. Mike is in Mesa, Arizona.
Hi, Mike. Nice. In Mesa, Arizona. Are you guys warm? I believe it's warm in Mesa. So we have been stationary in Washington as I completed a few more months of working with my company and us kind of figuring out how to live in this environment. Oh, it is 70 in Mesa, Arizona. flip-flop weather. And
Yes.
shorts weather.
Though parts of Arizona are getting snow right now. The upper parts in the mountains, Flagstaff down into Douglas and Tucson are all getting snow right now.
If you visited the Grand Canyon in the past couple of weeks,
Yep.
I know there was snow up there. Our friends from Living Light RV just put out their video from the Great Grand Canyon.
I think they were there for a little bit longer than us, but only for maybe an hour more. They were there for like 20 minutes, it seemed like.
Yeah, we were going through, we spent the night there.
On our way back.
In a hotel.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago. Emma was a baby.
Yeah, she was not, she was 6 months old, 8 months old, something like that, so.
And we had just the morning before we had to hit the road again. And so we drove out to the Grand Canyon. We were like the only people there. It was freezing cold Saturday morning.
It was nice. Like I'm sure the next time we go, it's probably going to be super crowded and you're going to be like, why did we even do this?
Yeah. But we'll have longer than just like 20, 30 minutes. And hopefully it won't be cold.
Yes, yeah.
Because technically we couldn't have managed much longer out there with our 8-month-old baby. Okay, we're reminiscing.
Long stories.
That was like a long time ago before we were us. I mean, Diary of a Family.
Yes.
Traveling in an RV.
We were us.
We were. Yeah. Hey, we never really have shared our story of like how we met and, you know, that whole, maybe someday.
Maybe we'll just do a long form video. Just sit down and run the camera and talk about it.
Maybe.
We'll see.
All right, we are rambling. So we have Mike on the line, and we are going to share some exciting developments.
Yes.
So, I don't know how to lead into this.
March 7th is what?
March 7th, I am fleeing. We are fleeing Washington State.
Getting out of Dodge.
For good.
Well, not technically for good for tax purposes, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah, we won't even go into tax purposes.
That's not for the story.
No. We'll do another video, I think, for those of you who do itinerant or wanting to do itinerant work, like,
travel work.
Travel, sell your house, move into RV, do in the healthcare system or whatever other. But the requirements for law for getting,
That's crazy.
Yeah, anyway.
That's a whole video, just
That's a whole video.
I
don't understand it well.
Finally.
I know, yes, we're finally getting out of Dodge. Well, out of Washington.
Out of Washington, yeah.
Specifically Covington.
Yes, where there's still snow.
There is still piles of snow, like that high, where they
and then
bulldozed
you go 20
everything.
minutes up the road and there's still a foot of snow.
Yeah.
Just a little bit up in the foothills. And
Seriously, it's probably like 3 or 4 yards higher in elevation, and they have like massive amounts of snow.
It's crazy. All right, so
we've had an interesting snow.
Our first stop will be to Seaside, Oregon, and we are going to meet up with Living Light RV, Kent and Lisa, and we're going to spend a couple days with them. We were only able to spend not even like 10 hours last time we met them, and absolutely loved it. So we're looking forward to being able to spend probably at least 3 or 4 days there, trying to decompress as much as we can.
They're our mentors.
Yes, they are. And then we are going from there. We are going to hit the road and head down to Texas. Where in Texas are we going?
I have no clue. So I'm working with an agency, have been for a couple of months, have gotten on board with them, done everything they needed. And
all the processes done.
All the
hazard
processes.
license
I have my
done.
Texas license. I'm an RN, so the process can be pretty involved. Already done that. They've put my application into several hospitals, from El Paso to Abilene to Tyler.
There's one other one that has like a weird name to it.
Yeah, but that one they disqualified me because it's my first travel assignment.
What I don't get is, how do you get experienced as a travel nurse if you don't travel as a travel nurse?
It's the chicken and the egg thing. Like
It's the whole thing with, how do you get a job as a nurse if you don't get a job as a nurse? No one will hire you unless you have experience, but you can't get experience unless you get hired. I get a headache just thinking about the conundrum of that one.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about it. There are hospitals that are in desperate need, and I look
Take
really good
anybody.
on paper.
Yes.
So says my
Glowing resume references.
glowing references, lots of great experience as a nurse
Yeah.
with the hospital that I've been with for the past almost 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too worried. We might have to go with just a random job that doesn't pay very much and get my experience in, and then we can be more picky with our choices.
Yep.
But the whole plan was to head to Texas first so we could get our domicile state, but then again, we found out about taxes
and
which we won't go into here. I will do that in another segment. So we're going to keep my parents' address, keep Washington as our home state, and we will have to come back to Washington like 30 days out of each year.
But that gives us a chance to kind of reconnect with family every year. It gives us a chance to get up with health appointments.
Yeah.
And
Emma's probably going to need to see an orthodontist at some point. So she got Garrett's mouth. Not mine.
This is 4 years of dental work.
This is regular dental work. This is no orthodontist has ever seen my
This
teeth.
is minus like 5 teeth.
He's got a really small mouth. He's a big man, but really small mouth. Anyway, you guys don't want to know about his oral health. Let's see. Let's move on. He's gotten a lot of work done. We'll just say that. He's got an expensive mouth.
I do. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Yes, right. Your mom and dad paid for it.
My
Now
mom
we
and
get
dad
to
pay-
now we get to pay for
it.
Emma's
Yeah,
mouth.
paying it forward. Why we even got on that one? Anyways.
Well, coming back to Washington, so.
So yeah, we're gonna keep our domicile here for now, unless something changes and we figure something else out. But we already know the homeschooling laws here. We already know tax law here and all of that. So it's gonna make it easier for us to kind of transition into
Into this lifestyle.
into the lifestyle, kind of keeping all of our stuff here for now. So it's gonna be hard leaving, and we have a going away get together planned.
Yeah.
Just a drop in. So if you are
In this area.
and you want to stop by and say hi,
Yep.
we'll be at the Chick-fil-A in Covington from about 4:30?
4 to 6.
4 to 6:30.
We'll probably arrive more like 3.
Check out our
3:45.
Facebook page, our Diary of a Family Facebook page, where we have an official event.
And
you can
join them.
RSVP there and get information there.
Yeah.
So
It's a going away and meet up. So if you've never met us, please come and meet us. We would love to meet Diary of a Family members.
people that like to read our diary.
Yeah, you are kind of a part of our lives, right? You obviously want to follow us, though.
Yes, please do.
I know a lot of you are probably nowhere near Washington, but it might be fun to meet a couple.
If you are, stop by.
Yep.
So for the most part, this will be it's for everybody, but for anybody that wants to, in the area, friends and family that want to come say goodbye before we hit the road, we want to be able to do that.
Yeah, because we're kind of like getting out like really fast. Like our plan was for me to be finished at work on March 1st, and then we would take like that next weekend and several of the days leading up to our leaving on the 6th and 7th, and it just didn't happen that way.
Yep.
I'm having to work all the way up until the 7th. He's actually going to leave town with the kids and his mom and head to Seaside.
A day earlier.
So I'll stay behind. I'll work my last shift and then hit the road as soon as I've hit 40 hours.
Yeah, the second it hits 40 hours, she's probably walking out the door, stepping foot off the property.
I'm going to try. It's going to be so hard. I have grown so fond of the people that I've worked with for the past 4+ years, and it's going to be really hard. My the manager that I work for, she's like, no, don't leave me. How am I going to survive? I didn't know I was that desperately needed in the company.
The amount of stress that she was getting there is just, for me, it was not fun to watch.
Yeah, well, I haven't been taking care of myself, so that is to come.
That's something we need to all work on.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Yes. Do we have anything else?
Um,
Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe.
Right now it would be blinging on the.
I
bottom
would
of your
have
screen.
given you a short preview of the video that we're gonna have coming out on Wednesday, but because life, we are going to we had a fun outing last weekend with Hippie and the Tech. And if you haven't checked out their channel, I will link it at the end of this video, so you can go check that out. But we went to Seattle Center with them, and we spent the afternoon with them, and just had a blast. The kids hit it right off.
Oh, they
and
did
we
so
just
well. They
had
did
a
so well.
Great time with them.
Yeah.
So that will be what is coming out on Wednesday. And, you know, for the most part, we're fairly caught up with with our backlog of videos. So,
but we've got a lot of ideas like thoughts of like, well, what if we did a tip video on this, and what if we did a a tour
how
of the
we
trailer,
pack up our trailer,
how we pack up our trailer, like so move day or homeschool. I've had a request that I do more homeschool reviews, which I haven't been really involved in homeschooling lately. He's been doing it all, but I just went through all of our curriculum and got it stowed away, and I have some high hopes that as we move into this transition period where I'm going to be working 12-hour shifts again, that I'll be able to be more involved in that process and have things all set out for him and the kids to do on the days that I'm working. And otherwise, I will be managing their homeschooling again. I love teaching.
And we'll try and get a few other smaller, like we did a date weekend where we went down to downtown Bellevue, and we did a video for that, but I haven't put it together yet. I want to try and get kind of current with videos and get like a current series, maybe even like a season 1 of our trip or something going on.
I don't know, seasons are hard because you have to be so dedicated.
But if you get a good system going, it's not that bad. Anyways, my plan would be to try and get our current videos set up, but then also every once in a while throw in a kind of let's jump back, let's remember something. Once I can get that video footage from my video on Wednesday to work again, I'll probably put a video together of just
what
that.
What video footage are you talking about?
Point Defiance.
Oh, so I don't know that they know what's going on with that.
If you haven't watched our Point Defiance zoo video, I had a whole bunch of extra footage.
It was all his drone footage.
Well, it was drone footage. That was a weird copy swap thing that just deleted the... Anyways.
Don't go too in depth.
I know. But half of my footage got corrupted. And basically...
It's corrupted.
What that basically means is that something got changed somewhere just slightly in the coding of the video. And what happened basically is it won't play or work on any of my editors. So there's special software out there to be able to fix those problems, but I haven't been able to find one that works yet. So I have a whole bunch of footage and it's basically locked behind a corrupted file that I have to figure out how to uncorrupt.
I think you should just throw it all away and keep working towards other projects.
Yeah, I probably should.
Shall we put a poll?
Do you think that we should waste our time putting that footage back together? Because I'm going to be the one
corrupted files.
It sounds crazy. I could probably take it to a computer specialist and have them recover the files professionally. But there are ways to do it online or with free software. But I kind of have to
weigh the pros and cons.
Weigh the pros and cons to that. So, and I don't want to spend $90 for a program I'm going to use once just to get a couple files.
Is it worth
I've tried VLC and have not been able to get it to work properly. But maybe it's the version I have, I don't know.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. So I've been trying everything that I know, and it's been annoying. I don't even know why it's corrupted. It doesn't show anything corrupted. But that's all geek talk, so.
Yep. I'm tuning out. I don't even do that.
She's like, it doesn't work on my phone. I can't edit on my phone.
I don't understand how my phone works. Why is this computer doing this to me?
I do have to say though, since we've upgraded to Final Cut, editing has been a whole lot more fun. This afternoon I was editing and the kids jumped in. We were watching me and they were just getting a kick out of it. And you have to watch the video to see why. But I think you'll like it. So.
I don't know. I was gone with a friend, so
Yeah.
I had a friend date.
Yep.
We went to a birthday party yesterday, and she realized that we were leaving so quick, and she's like, "But when are we gonna get a chance to talk?" I'm like, "I'm free tomorrow afternoon," and so we lined it up, and we went for coffee today, and we spent a good 2.5 hours together, and then we came back to the trailer and sat and talked for another half hour.
Yes. Oh.
I'm gonna miss my friends here. So Angelina, if you're watching this, I am so gonna miss you. But we do have to keep
in contact,
in touch, via Facebook,
FaceTime,
or FaceTime, or instant messenger.
Yeah, we are going to provide information for you guys to reach out to us if you want to, like our email, rvdiaryofafamily@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram at Diary of Family, and here. So make sure that you always like and subscribe. Is it gonna work?
Is it?
Is it gonna work?
I don't know. No. It's pretty horrible picture.
Anyways, like and subscribe. That one was a fail.
Yeah, that was a real fail. Real fail.
So.
Don't get discouraged. We'll get this figured out. We're only doing it live on the phone for just this one time. We're going to get on the road. We probably will
we're hoping
do
that
shorter, more impromptu live videos once we get on the road and do our travel. Cause I don't know.
We'll try and do more spontaneous live streams as we head down through Oregon,
this
California,
is where we're at
Arizona.
right now. This rest stop, this random place. We're
Look
doing
at
fine.
this
We're still
tree.
alive. What have we done? Have we had any fails? Have we had any?
We might do some lunch updates.
Lunch updates.
Do a live stream while we're having lunch or something.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Figure it out. But of course, we're gonna be filming the whole way down, so we can do kind of like at the end of the trip, we'll do a whole video of the highlights of our trip down. So.
Yeah. Or we could do specific episodes on the day. That's a lot of editing.
Just do one big. They don't want to see it all. I mean, we're trying to book it from Washington to Texas in like 6 days.
Well, technically from Oregon.
From Oregon to Texas in 6 days. We're gonna spend several days in Seaside.
Well, and depending on when she starts on her contract, when we get a contract, that'll also determine how fast we're gonna head down there.
Yeah.
And if it's like, hey, we got one, but it's like the next week, we'll have a little bit more time to slowly go down. But with the way our schedule works, I mean, we'll be a couple days relaxing and hanging out, and then it's gonna be
mad dash.
300 to 400 mile days.
Which we expect to be about 6 or 7 hour days.
Yep. So it'll be more like, I think we're trying to break it up for our kids, so that in the morning we'll drive.
We'll leave early.
Leave early, drive 3 or 4 hours.
If we can do it.
If we can do it. Get a lunch.
Lunch is our break. We break for a good half hour, so they get a chance to eat and run around.
Yep.
Hit the road again.
Yep, and then drive another 3-4 hours.
2 or 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours after that. Yes.
Don't make it an 8-hour day, dear.
Well, sometimes you just can't help what is. We've been preparing to get everything ready to go as well. Our trailer's been in the shop a couple times to get small stuff fixed, and
the car's been in the shop.
The car's been in the shop.
What, $3,000 on that?
$2,200.
$2,200. New tires.
Yep. New tires, new brake pads, new oil, new engine, air filters. They've tuned up the spark plugs.
They gave us a new engine?
It feels like a new car, really. It feels like a car you pull off the lot.
And then it was totally disgusting inside, so we had to clean that and the outside.
Yep.
I mean, it was so bad that, like, you open the trunk up and there was, like, piles of pine needles in the crevices around.
It's probably been there for 15 years.
No. I've cleaned my car.
All right, maybe 2.
It's probably the buildup over the past year.
Yeah.
I know usually summertime is when we do a deep clean on our vehicles, but we were busy finishing the
Reno-
remodel on
like-
our house and selling it, so it didn't
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
then
Lots
we-
of things just kind of went on the wayside
Yeah.
when we were working on the remodel. So.
And then, you know, now that we're living around trees and stuff more, it's been collecting.
Yep.
Definitely has been. So, and then the truck goes in the truck is in the
It is
shop
in the shop,
now.
and will be done tomorrow.
sometime.
And got some issues taken care of with that, so that should be all ready to go. And that one's a little bit more expensive, but it's also a diesel truck. So diesel trucks normally run more expensive in general anyways, because of the size of the engine, how the components work and all that. So
Again, techie kind of stuff.
we're getting everything ready to go and get on the road.
Yep.
And we'd rather have about a $5,000 bill total with our vehicles now than have a breakdown in the middle of New Mexico and it's going to be an $8,000 bill
True.
with emergency services and all kinds of other stuff later. So we're getting as much addressed now when we have the ability and the time to. So when we hit the road, we should have a better chance
Yep.
of making it where we want to go without issues. So now let's move on to subscriber shoutouts. Can you tell late kind of?
It's only 8:30. It's not that bad. Who's with me, all you late nighters? Actually, I get to a certain point and I'm like, I'm not productive anymore.
She's a zombie
but-
in the morning, a zombie at night.
Yeah. I lose productivity at some point, but it's just because I don't sleep enough. Okay.
So we actually gained a decent number of subscribers this
Yeah,
week.
so thank you for joining us, everyone.
We have
who did.
beat the $300 bubble,
We
whatever
made it to
that
300.
gremlin was that was keeping us right there.
Like, oh, seriously, bounced up and down from $2.99 down to $2.96 and then back up.
And we
and
go to
back.
it would even get to once we got over 300, then it would still jump down. It was like.
But it never went below. It always stayed over 300. So. Okay, we gained 14 subscribers.
We probably shouldn't be watching our subscriber count as much as we are.
No, we probably shouldn't. Which is why I asked Garrett, maybe we should stop doing the numbers and just do shout outs for those that we see and just ignore the numbers.
Mhm.
So for those of you who watch, do you like it when we do, hey, we gained X amount of subscribers, our total is this? And
Hey, Giffords.
Hi, Gifford's on the go. Long time no see,
Yep.
talk, whatever.
Sorry we missed your guys' live stream. We were right in the middle of dinner with our family.
Yeah.
So we will watch it later.
Yes.
We will make sure to catch up and leave funny comments on your video.
So what I was just saying is that I was wondering if maybe we should drop the reminding everybody about, hey, we gained 14 subscribers.
Yeah.
Hey, we have this total now. This is our goal. And just give the shout outs to all our new subscribers. So let us know if you're watching this later on.
We can put a poll too.
Yeah,
if
we
you
can
like
put a
doing
poll.
polls, we'll just
A
leave a
poll
poll up here.
or comment.
Yep.
So I'll do it this time because that's our habit. We did gain 14 subscribers, as far as I can tell.
Yep.
Because
And we,
YouTube is getting really weird.
yes.
Our total tonight is 319. Our goal is 500, and so we have 181 to go.
We are getting there, and it's
Yeah.
actually seems to be going decently right now. It's not slowing down or.
Yep.
So.
So I want to give a huge shout out to
Thank you guys.
Rollin' On RV Adventures. Check out their channel.
Mm-hmm.
Trong and Tai, Linda Dowling, Wheeling with the Wheelers. Check out their channel as well.
There's some fun stuff out there, and you should check out these guys' channels.
Awesome. Jeff Juhar, Alan Brask, and then today we had Once Upon a Motorhome join us, and they are a family with 2 young kids,
And they're traveling in a Class C
Class C, and they were just down at, what was that big rally?
Quartzsite.
Quartzsite. Yes, so check out their last couple of videos from the last couple of days if you're interested in Quartzsite and
Yep.
Geo Astro RV, because they got to meet them.
Ooh. Yeah, that's still one of the things we want to do is be able to go and take one of their astronomy courses.
Get to see do a a sun watching course or something like that, or
I want to see what they got from the lunar eclipse. That blood moon lunar eclipse was awesome. Speaking of that, if you haven't checked out Carolyn's blog,
I haven't been doing it.
go check it out. She did an article about the blood. Where
I need to find a better way of doing it so that I'm posting weekly on my blog. But at this point, I'm kind of up in the air as to whether or not the platform that my blog is on is going to continue.
Yeah.
Last week we got a message that the whole platform was going to be dismantled.
Yeah.
And then it never happened.
The Epic Nomad Life platform.
Yeah.
So who
We're
knows?
still a part of it.
We're still.
My blog is still current. Well,
it's still there.
It's still there. I have lots of good ideas rolling around in my head, but just not enough time and energy as we're prepping for the road. And I do want to do more writing.
Yeah.
And I'm encouraging Emma to do more writing now. She hasn't done any papers yet.
She's got her first book report.
Her first book report. She read a chapter book, and I mean, it was her first real chapter book.
Mm-hmm.
Read Black Beauty. She's going to do a book report on that, as a 2nd/3rd grader can do.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking forward to what she has been able to do.
When to hit the road. Okay, so we already covered that earlier, but we'll tell you, Gifford's on the go. We are leaving, well, Garrett and the kids are leaving on the 6th to hit Seaside, and I have one more day of work, so I will follow them on the 7th as soon as I am off work.
My mom is coming up from the Portland area, and she will accompany me and the kids down so that I have someone else being able to watch the kids and help out as we hit the road. So, but we're only going about 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
so it's not that bad of a trip, and we can pretty much just get it done in one shot with probably like a break in the middle.
Yep. So I'm excited about hitting the road, getting out of here.
Yes.
So like we were planning on going about that time, but I was going to have some days off ahead of time, and we were all going to go together. And it just so happens that I'm working all the way up to our go day.
Yeah. Thank you, management from soon-to-be previous employment that decided not to let Carolyn have
It was HR. It was HR.
Give a shout out if you love HR.
Awesome. I will be in Seattle on Tuesday for a few hours. Oh, awesome.
Hey, if you have time, Chris, maybe if you want to stop by, we will.
It's probably a layover. Are you traveling for work? You probably are.
Are you going to be stopping in the area, or is it just a layover?
So.
Well, we will. We'll chat for a little bit longer.
Wait for Chris to type his message out to us.
It'd be great to meet Chris in person. We have a great online friendship with them.
It's a layover, yeah. So unless you want to drag all the kids there on Tuesday to meet him in the airport.
Is it overnight layover or just a few hours?
I think he said a couple of hours.
A couple hours? Oh, a couple hours, it's almost not even worth getting out of security for.
Yeah.
Overnight layovers are always kind of fun. A few hours.
See, I've had a friend from Alaska who was traveling, I think back from Georgia from cousins to Alaska, and she had a layover overnight, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and got her, and she stayed in my dorm room with me, and we hung out.
Yeah.
Stayed up way too late, and then I took her like at 3 a.m. back to the airport.
Yeah.
I think there have been other times where she was, again, traveling that way, and so I just went to the airport, met her there, spent an hour or so with her, and then...
Yeah. I've put my time in at the airports. I could take it or leave it. I've seen how everything works.
Oh, good. Going to see your boys and your sister. 12-hour layover is not too bad.
No,
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. It's a chance to get out and do something, and maybe. Anyway, it's late. We don't want to drag this on too long. But definitely remember, if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you. We love to answer comments, to discuss questions, either in this live type of video or later on in other videos, as I'm planning to do with our homeschooling
if you ever have a question about what we're doing or even about RV living, doesn't have to be about us, but about RV living, leave it in the comments and we'll answer it either in another video or reply to your comment.
And we have gained so much knowledge from other people.
Yes.
We sometimes send you to their videos that have really helped us because we don't have that content yet.
Exactly.
So.
And so a lot of times we're learning as well. So for the most part, we might be just 2 steps ahead of where you are at. So, but you know, we might know something that you might not know, you know, like a chicken curry Instapot recipe, or how to take your
put up there.
take your schwaggin out to the dump station if you're not hooked up to sewer, or something random like that. So
we're rambling because it's late.
Yes, it's late. So.
Those of you who are on East Coast time, man.
Sorry, this was the best time that we could
kids are
get
in
it
bed
done
sleeping
today. So,
Mike, see you later, Mike. See you
Mike.
soon. Hopefully on the road. Man,
yeah, it'd
we're
be
getting out there.
grateful to. It'd be awesome to meet up with you guys, Mike and Trudy, when while on the road. So.
Yeah. I think we should start communicating via our Facebook and Instagram to kind of like let people know, hey, we're going to be in this area.
Yes.
These days.
I'm trying to get a travel map up and going. That one that's like a public one that we can kind of share with people. Like, hey, where are you guys going to be at? I'm like, well, this day we're going to be around here. So we're trying to do that. I'm having issues with getting one set up properly.
He has so many issues.
Yeah, I do.
We're going to leave it at that.
All right. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell if you want to get notified when we go live or when we have a new video coming out. Because we like to do premieres and we like to interact with people as new videos come out or as we do live videos.
Don't worry, we don't always ramble this badly.
No, we don't. All right, I'm going to try and hit that maybe.
What? Hit the off button?
Hit the notification.
All right, guys. All right.
I'll see you guys in another.
Yeah, here. Where's the off button?
Stop, right up there.
Oh, the X. Right. Okay. I got it. All right. Okay, bye. Bye, guys. It doesn't like my thumb. See you.